my growing U.S. military pouch collection. I pretty much decided to keep this shit. I already had this for the shovel, right? And these three, I was debating on selling. I even threw it up a thing, talking trade or whatever. I changed my mind. And the thing I kept coming back to was, I have the makings of a pretty cool, like, Desert Storm loadout here. In fact, I have the most expensive part of it is this and the tan pouches. And I have a line on 3 more of these. So as soon as I get those, and I'm gonna get some of the Desert 2-quart canteens, because I don't see any reason to pack anything else, and they make those in the desert color. And I'm gonna get as much shit as I can in desert, and anything that's not in desert is going to be something pimptastic. Like, this thing is woodland. This is just dope. I like these because they are lighter weight and they look cooler. They aren't a better shovel carrier. They will wear out, but like, you have to take care of your shit. This is a take care of your shit item. The rubber shovel carrier that they replaced this with, that I gave to my nephew, is a superior shovel carrier, and it would even look better on this. I might go snag that out of that ship. I'd hate to raid any more of that kid's shit. Yeah, he already lost all this. He is getting a lot of shit though. I don't know. Anyway, I dig this era of equipment, and this is what I'm collecting now, I guess. I can find it cheap, and I like it. That's, honestly, if you're into collecting stuff, that's what you should collect. I wouldn't worry about the thing that's already expensive and cool and you can't get. Like, why collect German rifles and pistols? Like, I get it, you're rich, whatever, cool. Boring, basically. I'm gonna get this shit, and I'm gonna build an M16A2 clone. And get a Beretta probably eventually. Or maybe just another 1911, but a GI one. Might do that. Get a GI 1911 like a Rock Island. Maybe even get it 9mm. Although my mag pouch is for the Beretta, so that would suck. I don't know. The cool thing about this is it can do a lot of guns. That's really the trick part about this whole setup, is it can do so many different guns. Anything that takes 5.56 mags and can fit in a Bianchi. So, you know, this is some optimal gear, really. Like, we knew what we were doing after World War II. Belt-wise for this, I think I'm actually going to get a World War II belt. I know that's controversial, but, like, hear me out. U.S. Army belts suck. I've used every different version of every issued Army pistol belt from World War II through 2000. Trust me when I tell you that the best ones ever made were the World War II belts. Everything made after that is in theory an improvement, but is in reality, well, we wanted to make this thing, but we couldn't afford to, so we're making this instead. The, like, M1910 pistol belt is near perfection, and you can go get one of those now. You can get an old one, or you can go to At the Front and get a new made one. And At the Front shit is pretty close to originals. And here's the part that why you want the World War II belt, the buckle. If you're in a supported fashion with the United States Army, these things are fine. And on a bag like this, for you, these things are fine. But being the primary thing that it takes your equipment on and off, being made of plastic, that's a no-go. Why is that a no-go? Well, it didn't hold up to cap gun wars when I was a kid. I don't think it's going to hold up to combat. So I'm telling you, I wouldn't buy anything with a plastic buckle. Not for a waist belt. If I did, I would just plan on replacing that buckle a lot. The World War II belts from at the front also have a hookup for a 1911 mag pouch, so you can run get a World War I mag pouch, look all old school if you're gonna rock a 1911 in that, which I have one. Which honestly, we might throw that on this too if we do a 1911. Anyway, I think collecting military surplus gear is cool and fun, and it goes very well with the gun hobby that most of you already have. It goes very well with the prepping hobby that many of you already have. For me, I'm into military surplus shit in general, but like this kind of shit that is just, this is really, really nice US military equipment. When I get done with this, if I had a table full of this at a gun show, you wouldn't believe what people would pay for it. Okay, and not like all together or whatever, but I mean like just sitting on a table like this. I guarantee you I could get 20, 30 bucks out of that. I guarantee you I could get 50 out of this thing. And this set, I don't know. No one really wants it, but it's hard to find. And I think this is an easy 40 bucks too. So this set's probably an easy 100. Like, this is half of why I'm into this shit, is because I scored this for like 5 or 10 bucks. I scored this for like 10 bucks. I scored these for 40. I scored this for 15. And this thing came with another shovel carrier for 20 bucks. And this is an Ames 1972, I believe. Yeah. This is good shit. Like, half of knowing what to buy is being able to tell good shit from bad shit. I'm really good with US surplus gear. What's funny is this I bought as a surplus item, so it was in the US military, but it doesn't have an NSN number, and it's made of 500D instead of 1000D. So this is some one-off made for special forces, basically. Otherwise it would have this shit on the inside of it, or something similar somewhere, maybe even on the outside, and it's got a whole lot of nothing. I think that's pretty cool. It's that kind of shit that, like, there's a bunch of these, right? They're like 10 or 15 bucks. This one holds PMags and is made of a completely different material and wasn't made by the US government, and yet somehow ended up in the shit that they were using. I give you a special forces purchase item of some sort. It's cool. I like it. Like, this is half of it is I like this stuff more than anybody else does, so I'm just buying it to have it. Maybe I'll never do anything with it. But my grandfather loved this kind of equipment. I grew up using this kind of equipment as a result, but all of his holsters and shit were green. We never had any desert gear. And that wasn't we didn't like desert gear. There was none of it available for sale. And we didn't live in a desert, so we didn't go out of our way to spend extra money to get desert gear. So now that I see it just kind of floating about, I'm picking up select bits of it. Like I said, I have a line on 3 more of these that are, I think, slightly different, but they're tan fucking M16 pouches. In addition to those, I'm gonna get some USGI 2-quart canteens that are desert. You can get those on eBay. So I think I'll get the desert covers with green canteens, because I think the desert canteens look a little gay. And I'm not even sure that those are USGI, really. Anywho, once I have that, that'll be a pretty complete little setup for this thing. It's like, I don't know, you could add a regular canteen to get a canteen cup, right? Might be worth doing. Do that and a 2-quart canteen. That would add to the mix of gear I have and shit. And I do need a replacement for my, I gave my nephew Jackson my black Vietnam era canteen. I had that for forever as my, like, survival kit while traveling the world, because I didn't want a U.S. military looking canteen, but at the same time I wanted a U.S. military canteen. So I just didn't want a green one, and it didn't say U.S. on it, so I had one that was black, and I gave him that one. It's really handy for traveling overseas. Canteens are nice. Well, anyway, I hope someone has liked me chit-chatting about Army surplus gear. I think we're going to be doing more of this, but it's all just going to be like pieces as I get them. I'm not buying just everything in the world. I am buying a bunch of shit from Coleman's. There's too much stuff on Coleman's. I don't know how much of a priority this shit is going to be. Those pouches I'd like to get. I might get those sooner rather than later, but I'm also hurting for money this month, so I don't know. They're like $25 a pouch, and I talked them into $60 for all 3 of them. I just need to go do it. I need to do it before somebody else does. So believe it or not, those are hard to find. And the fact that I found 3 more that sort of match it, hell yeah. Suspenders are easy to come by. Pistol belt, I'm going to do an at the front one because I like it better. I'm going to get a bayonet for this too. I'm going to order a second bayonet from Coleman's. I'll put that on here. I'll get the one with the Desert Storm frog. This is going to be a slick kit. I do kind of need to get the shovel carrier. I really should have kept that thing. I hate having 2 shovel carriers when I'm trying to give shit to the kid, though. Because, like, a shovel carrier is a big pocket you can load a bunch of shit in. Like, in reality, this is the one I should have given him, but I like this one, so he didn't get this one. You know, I don't like the fucking rubber one. I think it's kind of dorky. Well, I'm going to call this good. I'll see you guys later.